International Nuclear Science Olympiad is organized by the DOST, Philippine Nuclear Research Institute. This is co-organized with the Department of Science and Technology, Philippine Nuclear Science Foundation, Department of Education, and the DOST National Research Council of the Philippines. The first INSO is in partnership with Meralco, Valar Atomics, Aboitiz Equity Ventures, Aboitiz Power, and ISIEB. Other sponsors include ALV Technologies, GN Power, and the Philippine General Hospital. Ladies and gentlemen, may we request everyone to please rise for an interfaith prayer to be led by our hosts in this Philippines INSO, to be followed by the singing of the Philippine National Anthem, to be led by Mr. Dexter Tadifa of DOST, Philippine Nuclear Research Institute.
Hana kami pumaknongan ibiyagan nindat mo, idatanda kami bikan mangat na pinhud mo. Dawat milinggob hino ayatu boblemi, ay makiwada-wada kita.
Ay makiwada-wada kita kami.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wal barakatuh. Salam pa mga kiaulungan sintuhan. Pianaugan niya Nabi Iban Quran. Kasilasan niya sa plag pakatilingkal alam. Maglasa kita niyo bat kumana.
Pangirayan, pagkang walay sikog balantang nga mapagkululang. Pangirungong ka, sinlagan. Pangirungong kang apagatang pangirungong kang masakpan pangirungong kang suwadan. Pangirungong kang panguloy pangirayon pangitapan pangitoy pagkang walay sikog balantang nga mapagkululang. Panginoon, dinggin mo kami.
O Diyos na mapagpala, hiling namin ang pagpapalaganap ng kaalaman sa bawat nilalang.
Panginoon, dinggin mo kami.
O Diyos ng awa, bigyan mo kami ng kakayahan sa pagtataguyod ng pakikipag-ugnayan sa bawat isa.
Panginoon, dinggin mo kami. Panginoon, dinggin mo kami. Panginoon, dinggin mo kami. Sa ngalan pangurungon, pangutuyog, Espiritong kalatagnon. Hey, ay
kayamanan, hanap ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang inihang, tuyan ka ng magiting, sa manluluhig, di ka pasisiig. Sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong bukal, may dilagang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang islap ng uwat-awat mo'y tagumpay na nagniningning, ang bituin at araw niyang kailan pa may di magdidilim. Lupa ng alaw ng walahati pagsinta, buhay ay langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya ng pagmay mga hati, ang namatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first International Nuclear Science Olympiad. Please welcome your hosts, Dr. Richard Burgos and Dr. Valerie Ann Samson.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Magandang umaga sa inyong lahat and welcome to the first Nuclear Science Olympiad. Welcome to the Philippines.
Welcome to the Philippines.
I am Richard Burgos and I'm honored to be one of your hosts this morning.
And I am Dr. Valerie Ann Samson, Deputy Director of the Philippine Nuclear Research Institute. And it is indeed an honor to welcome everyone here today to the opening ceremonies of the first International Nuclear Science Olympiad, or INSO.
As I look around the room, I see that everyone is looking spiffy and dandy for this morning's opening ceremonies.
Yes.
I'd like to warm up a little bit and teach you how we say good morning in Filipino. Is that okay? In the Philippines, we say magandang umaga po. Can you say that again?
Magandang umaga po.
Can I hear it louder this time? Magandang umaga po. I want you to reach out to your neighbor to the left and to the right and say, magandang umaga po. I want you to reach out to the person in front of you and say, hey, magandang umaga po. Also, look behind you. There might be people who need that greeting. Say, magandang umaga po. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This room, which looked pretty huge and cold when we came in, all of a sudden has become warm and inviting. And it's setting the stage for us to all enjoy the first INSO ever.
Yes,
all right?
Dr. Richard.
So, the Philippines is really proud to spearhead this new frontier for nuclear science in the global education scene by hosting the first ever International Nuclear Science Olympiad. The INSO will be an annual international competition for high school students and aims to increase global awareness about the peaceful applications of nuclear science and technology. The INSO particularly intends to enhance the interest of secondary school students and to improve the teaching of nuclear concepts in educational institutions.
In the long term, the INSO aims to motivate our participants to pursue courses and professions related to nuclear science and technology. Like in the Asia-Pacific region, we are home to a fast-growing population of young professionals in a wide variety of sectors using nuclear and radiation-related applications such as health, industry, agriculture, and the environment.
And we are so honored this morning to welcome the pioneering participants and their coaches from 14 countries in the Asia and the Pacific region. We'd also like to welcome representatives from other countries such as Japan, Syria, and Indonesia who are joining us as observers in this event. We also welcome members from the media that are joining us today from BSC Multimedia Services, from newsbites.ph, from the Philippine Information Agency Regional Office 3, from Business Mirror, and from DOST-TV STII.
Let us also welcome our special guests from different international and national organizations who are with us today. To start with, let us all welcome the Department of Science and Technology Secretary or Minister, Secretary Renato Solidum Jr. We would also like to welcome from the DOST National Research Council of the Philippines, Mr. Joselito Cartesiano, representing their director, Dr. Bernardo Cepeda. And from the International Atomic Energy Agency, help us in welcoming Ms. Marina Mishar and Ms. Helena Sivitskaya.
Let us welcome the former Director for Asia and the Pacific, Department of Technical Cooperation of the IAEA, Dr. Jane Gerardo Abaya. From the Philippine Nuclear Science Foundation, welcome Dr. Alumanda de la Rosa. From the Department of Education, Dr. Leila Ariola and Mr. Gios Ver Temporal.
Welcome also from our guests from Valor Atomics, Mr. Isaiah Taylor and Mr. Kip Mock. Our guest from GM Power, Mr. Neil Carlo Francisco. And our guests from ALV Technologies Philippines, Ms. Riaza Aguilar and Ms. Mary Castillo.
Let us welcome from ISIE Beam, Mr. Paul Francis Huat. From Curio, Attorney Marilisa Calao. And we would also like to welcome our guests from various embassies in the Philippines. From the Embassy of Qatar, we have with us His Excellency Ambassador Ahmed Saad Al-Homidi. Also from the Embassy of Qatar, Mr. Hassan Mehana Al-Ajmi and Mr. Awab Elmar.
Our guest from the Embassy of Saudi Arabia, Mr. Hamed Al-Shamari. From the Embassy of Jordan, welcome Honorary Consul General Michael Alexander Ang. And from the Embassy of Malaysia, welcome to Mr. Maud Farid Zakaria, Deputy Chief of Mission. Thank you all so much for your presence today and for all your support, which helped us tremendously in organizing this first ever INSO.
The INSO aims to increase awareness of the peaceful applications of nuclear science and technology and consists of a steering committee, the international jury, and the local organizing committee. INSO currently involves 9 countries. And it is through the leadership of the steering committee that we are together today and celebrating the first ever INSO. May we now welcome to the stage Dr. Maya Al-Azrid, Chair of the International Nuclear Science Olympiad Steering Committee, to give us a message.
Ambassadors, participants from different countries, our creative students, good morning. International Nuclear Science Olympiad, INSO, it was an idea. And now it is a reality. And we are all gathered here today with more than 50 students from 14 countries looking forward to compete, learn, exchange knowledge and experiences in the wide field and multiple applications of the nuclear science that touch all aspects of life. To develop the this outstanding initiative, it required many aspects. The crucial aspect is the recognition of the importance of this initiative in enhancing nuclear science and technology education in secondary schools and inspiring teachers to implement innovative strategies to deliver the concepts of these sciences using variety of learning resources. To acquire this, the IAEA has adopted this initiative within its technical project RAS 0091, supporting nuclear science and technology education at the secondary and tertiary level. And this is the principal supporter in all stages of the Olympiad implementation. The second important aspect is the scientific and technical expertise that contributed to the development of the framework and to set regulations and policies of INSO. And the most prominent aspect is the efforts of the first INSO host country, the Philippines. We are all thrilled and appreciate all the great efforts made to facilitate students, leaders, and observers' participation from various countries. I would like to thank again the organizers for these great efforts in overcoming challenges and obstacles in the preparatory stage of this Olympiad. Dear creative students, in this unique scientific event, your presence here today in an honor and privilege to represent your country and compete globally. You have undergone various stages of testing and training. Therefore, you should take advantage of this opportunity you have been given to gain skills, experience, knowledge in the field of nuclear science, build friendships, and learn about different cultures. It is a unique opportunity granted only to those who have persevered, worked hard, and were determined to succeed. So congratulations on this distinction. Distinguished guests, on behalf of the steering committee of the Olympiad, we would like to extend our sincere thanks to the International Atomic Energy Agency for their support of this prominent scientific event. We would also like to extend our sincere thanks to the local organizing committee in the Philippines for their great efforts in organizing the first edition of the Olympiad. And thanks to the scientific committee for the efforts they have made and will make during the unique event. We also wish success to all the leaders of the participating teams who will play a major role during the implementation stages of the Olympiad, during discussions, translation, and scoring work. We are all ready to undergo this unique experience. Let us all make it an exceptional experience. Please make sure that cooperating, understanding each other, and having a sense of commitment will lead to success. We are looking forward to starting and we are very excited. The journey of the INSO starts here in the Philippines. On behalf of the INSO Steering Committee, we thank the Philippine Nuclear Research Institute, the Department of Science and Technology, in ushering the inaugural of the INSO. And we extend our thanks to Ms. Jean Gerardo Abaya, former Director of the IAEA Department of Technical Cooperation, Asia and the Pacific Division, for her generous donation of INSO trophy that will travel from one host country to another for many years to come. So may I call on the first INSO Steering Committee Chair, Dr. Carlo Arcila, Local Organizing Committee Chair, Ms. Elena Congares, Scientific Committee Chair, Dr. Alvi, and IAEA representative supporting INSO, Ms. Marina Michar, to join me and unveil the INSO trophy. Thank you once again.
Wow! Morning. So, on behalf of the DOST Philippine Nuclear Research Institute and the local organizing committee, I accept the trophy that will be given to the winner. So, later on, this is something to aspire. Now, I'd like to say a few words to our contestants and coaches about nuclear. You're going to be discussing and contesting nuclear science. There are two things that I'd like to talk about in talking about nuclear. If you remember the atomic structure, the atom has all of the mass in the nucleus, but all of the reactions are done in the electrons furthest away. If we magnified the size of the nucleus 1 billion times, maybe to the size of a small peanut, the outermost electron will be about 500 kilometers away. And think about this. All the reactions are being done very, very far away, and the nucleus does not participate in it. So when you talk about energy sources, for example, gas, coal, those are all electron-based reactions. Means electrons. But when you start using the nucleus with most of the mass, then the famous equation comes into play. E is equal to mc squared, the mass multiplied by the speed of light squared. Huge amount of energy, 4 million times. This is energy intensity. And this is an important factor that we should tell people in the sources of energy. You're talking about the source of energy 4 million times more than the typical sources. So to ignore it is to ignore a huge amount of energy without carbon emissions. Now, I bring this up because this is the intensity we have to, as students, we have to educate our colleagues, our parents, everybody. This is the beautiful part of nuclear. Many of you, I'm sure, have seen Oppenheimer, right? Can I see a show of hands who have seen Oppenheimer? Many of them, maybe. Anyway, unfortunately, the first application of nuclear was for war. But let me go to the second application, which is very useful. This is actually now the one done by an American, a great American, Admiral Hyman Rickover, who first created the peaceful nuclear reactor for submarines, which is the basis of of the nuclear power on the surface. Its capacity factor is very high, 90%. Okay. So anyway, that is 90% available all the time. I just wanted you to have these two important lessons because we have to help the world reduce its carbon emissions and provide cheaper electricity, and that is for power. So anyway, now the primary objective of the first INSO is to showcase the country's commitment to advancing nuclear education and fostering international cooperation. And we have been nuclear for the longest time. We have had a research reactor since the 60s. The first nuclear power plant in the whole of Southeast Asia was done here. We never used it. And we just, 2 years ago, we built our own research reactor, now at PNRI. It's the first subcritical research reactor using trigger fuel. And the designer of this were women nuclear. And you see here, I was the only man standing here on the stage. That's how advanced nuclear is, more than in any other fields. So INSO, we work towards establishing collaborative partnerships being seen here. And I'm so happy to see so many countries represented and so many friends. And so hopefully when you go home, we increase the awareness of nuclear. It has a bad reputation, but it's doing a lot of good, not only for energy, but for medicine, for agriculture, and many other things, as you will learn today. So again, thank you, IAEA, for starting this. Thank you, our sponsors. Thank you, students, for preparing this. Thank you, organizing committee. You spent many sleepless nights to get this done. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you very much, Dr. Arcilia, for that inspiring message. And congratulations to DOST-PNRI and the INSO Local Organizing Committee. Thank you also for all the hard work that you have all done in organizing this very first INSO.
The hosting of the first INSO is supported by the International Atomic Energy Agency via the IAEA Technical Cooperation Project RAS 0091, entitled Supporting Nuclear Science and Technology Education at the Secondary and Tertiary Level. May we now welcome to the stage Ms. Marina Binti Mishar from the Division for Asia and the Pacific, Department of Technical Cooperation of the IAEA, to give a message.
Excellencies, distinguished guests, esteemed colleagues, educators, students, and future leaders of science. It is a great honor to stand before you today as we embark on this groundbreaking journey, the first International Nuclear Science Olympiad, on behalf of the International Atomic Energy Agency. This Olympiad is more than just a competition. It is a celebration of the power of human curiosity, the pursuit of knowledge, and the boundless potential that lies within each of you. We gather here today not just as participants from different countries or nations, but as a global community united by a common goal to explore, to innovate, and push the boundaries of what is possible in the field of nuclear science. Dear students, nuclear science and technology have played a very important role in addressing some of the most pressing challenges of our time, from energy sustainability, environmental protection, to medical advancements and food security. As we face the future, it is your generation that will continue to drive these innovations, ensuring that nuclear technology is used safely, responsibly, and for the benefit of all humankind. This Olympiad is a testament to the importance of investing in the next generation of scientists, engineers, and thinkers. It is a platform for you to showcase your talents, exchange ideas, and inspire one another. But it is also a reminder of the collaborative spirit that is essential to scientific progress, as what we have seen in the organization and in the culmination of the first International Nuclear Science Olympiad. The solution to our greatest challenges will not come from any one individual or country, but from our collective efforts, shared knowledge, and commitment to work with each other. As we open this historic event, I would like to also extend my heartfelt thanks to the INSO Steering Committee for their vision, dedication, and hard work in bringing this Olympiad to life. Your efforts have paved the way for an initiative that will shape the future of nuclear science education globally. A special thanks, of course, to our host, the Philippines government, and Philippine Nuclear Research Institute, PNRI, DOST, for hosting this inaugural event and setting a high benchmark for future Olympiads. Your leadership and commitment have set the stage for what I am confident will be an enduring and impactful tradition. I would like also to acknowledge and deeply appreciate the educators, from the secondary school teachers, the university professors, to the nuclear science communities, who had taken up the challenge to be part of this Olympiad, and of course, the leadership of our international juries. Your dedication to nurturing young minds and your commitment to excellence in education are really truly inspiring. It is through your efforts that these bright students have been prepared to take on the challenges of this competition. You are the backbone of this initiative, and your influence will resonate far beyond this event, shaping the future of nuclear science for years to come. On a personal note, I am incredibly proud to be part of this historic journey. It is a privilege to witness the birth of an initiative that will inspire and cultivate the next generation of nuclear scientists. This Olympiad marks the beginning of something truly special, and I am excited to see the contributions and innovations that will emerge from this global gathering of bright minds. To our competitors, dear students, as you engage in this competition, I encourage you to approach each problem with creativity, each experiment with precision, and each question with curiosity. But above all, I urge you to remember that this is a journey of learning and discovery. Embrace the challenges, learn from one another, and most importantly, enjoy the experience. You are the pioneers of tomorrow's innovations, and the work you do here will lay the foundation for a brighter, more sustainable future. The IAEA, International Atomic Energy Agency, is proud to support initiatives like this Olympiad because we believe in your potential to shape the future of nuclear science and technology. So with great excitement and optimism, let the spirit of inquiry, collaboration, and excellence guide you in the days ahead. Good luck to all participants, and may this experience inspire you to reach new heights in your scientific endeavors. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much, Ms. Marina, for those moving words of wisdom. We would also like to thank the IAEA for the support that they have provided in helping the Philippines organize the first ever INSO.
And I'm so inspired listening to the words of Ms. Marina, talking about passing the challenge to the new generation of nuclear scientists. This fills us with a lot of hope, right?
Yes, indeed.
And I hope that also puts away all the butterflies in your stomach that you had earlier, so that now you are ready for the days ahead. It's going to be grueling and challenging, but I think the stage has been set and we are all ready. And I just hope that all of you will continue to enjoy your stay in the Philippines, because after all, that's what we are famous for.
Right. I hope you grow to love the Philippines in your short stay here, dear students.
All right, so now we welcome on stage Dr. Leila Arreola, the Director of the Bureau of Learning Delivery of our Department of Education. Dr. Leila.
Honorable Renato Solidum, Secretary of the Department of Science and Technology, and other officials of the Department of Science and Technology, officials from the Philippine Nuclear Research Institute, officials from the Foreign Affairs, guests from the International Atomic Energy, the members of the international jury, fellow workers in government, visitors from around the world who have gathered for this event, and of course, the participants of the first International Nuclear Science Olympiad. Isang magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Good morning to everyone. I am deeply honored to join you today as we inaugurate the first International Nuclear Science Olympiad, or INSO, the Olympics of the young minds for nuclear science and technology. This momentous event symbolizes our united dedication to advancing science education and fostering international collaboration. I extend my sincere congratulations to the Department of Science and Technology, Philippine Nuclear Research Institute for their exemplary efforts in organizing this Olympiad, and to the 14 participating countries and our esteemed guests who have traveled far and wide to be here. A special welcome goes to our international visitors. We are thrilled to have you in our beloved country, the Philippines, and we hope that you experience our renowned hospitality, vibrant culture, and warmth of our people. May your stay be enriched with unforgettable experiences and meaningful interactions. This Olympiad, as some mentioned earlier, is not merely a contest. It is a celebration of intellectual rigor, innovative thinking, and global cooperation. It aligns seamlessly with the Department of Education's mission to empower our learners to reach their full potential and contribute meaningfully to nation building through science, technology, and education. By fostering the development of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, or STEM education, we are charting a course for a brighter, more prosperous future for our learners and our nation. The peaceful application of science or nuclear science and technology holds immense significance in both education and society. The nuclear science and technology provides groundbreaking solutions to some of the world's most pressing issues, including energy security, environmental sustainability, and medical advancements. As we stand on the cusp of a new energy era, it is vital that we explore and engage every opportunity to secure a sustainable and reliable energy future. In this context, I am proud to highlight the Philippines' commitment to nuclear science and energy, championed by our President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. Recently, President Marcos witnessed the signing of a memorandum of agreement in the United States of America, heralding new nuclear energy opportunities for the Philippines. This strategic initiative promises enhanced energy security, a reduced dependence on fossil fuels, and significant economic benefits for the Filipino people. It represents a pivotal step towards a more sustainable and secure energy future. With our educational framework, especially in sciences, nuclear science and technology topics are thoughtfully integrated to provide our learners with a robust understanding of its principles and practical applications. At the secondary level, nuclear science and technology concepts are taught in Physics 2 curriculum of the STEM track. While these efforts are commendable, there is a continuous need to embed nuclear science and technology concepts more thoroughly across the broader K-12 curriculum, particularly in grades 7 to 10. The government, supported by agencies like the PNRI, is actively working on the initiatives and collaborations to strengthen nuclear science education, promote safety awareness, and underscore the advantages of nuclear technology for national development. The International Atomic Energy Agency's support for this Olympiad is a powerful endorsement of our endeavors. It aligns with our government's strategic initiatives to develop a nuclear energy program aimed at diversifying our research and energy sources and securing sustainable future for the Philippines. This collaboration is a testament to our commitment to adhering to global standards and fostering international cooperation in the field of nuclear science and technology. So today, as we celebrate the immense dedication and preparation that each participant has invested to this Olympiad, your journey to this stage has been marked by countless hours of study, experimentation, and perseverance. The knowledge and skills you have honed will not only be tested in this competition, but will also contribute to your personal and professional growth. Your efforts exemplify the true spirit of scientific inquiry and innovation. So as we set out on this remarkable journey through International Nuclear Science Olympiad, I encourage each of you to fully embrace the spirit of exploration, creativity, and collaboration. This event is not just about an Olympiad, a contest, or a competition. It's about pushing the boundaries of our understanding, nurturing innovative ideas, and working towards common goals. The term Olympiad has its roots in ancient Greece, where it referred to the 4-year period between the Olympic Games. These games were not only a showcase of physical prowess, but also a celebration of human potential and excellence. Participants from various states or countries come together not only to compete, but to forge bonds, exchange knowledge, and celebrate the spirit of unity and peace. In much the same way, the International Nuclear Science Olympiad is a gathering of brilliant minds from around the world, united by a common passion for science and technology. Just as the ancient Greece celebrated human potential, we too celebrate our dedication, ingenuity, and commitment to advancing knowledge. I hope that this Olympiad ignites a passion within you to strive for excellence in science and technology. Use the knowledge and skills you have acquired not just for personal achievement, but to contribute meaningfully to our world. The insights you gain and friendships you build here will definitely be invaluable. These connections and learnings have the potential to address some of the most pressing global challenges we face today, from energy security to environment sustainability and beyond. The ancient Greeks understood the power of coming together to celebrate excellence and push the limits of human potential. Let us carry forward that tradition in this modern context, using our collective knowledge and passion to create a positive impact on the world. In closing, I extend my best wishes to all the participants. May your hard work lead to groundbreaking discoveries, lasting friendships, and profound appreciation to the pivotal role that nuclear science and technology play in our world. To our international guests and partners, we hope that you're going to enjoy the unparalleled beauty, hospitality, and cultural richness of our beloved Philippines. Mabuhay, and thank you very much. And may we all continue to strive for a future powered by knowledge, science, innovation, and cooperation. Magandang umaga muli.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ariola of the Department of Education. And really, we would like to thank the Department of Education for all the help as a knowledge partner for this first INSO.
Do you know, Dr. Richard, that the Department of Education has long been a partner of PNRI in developing modules for our secondary school education system. So thank you very much, Department of Education. Now, ladies and gentlemen, May we call back on stage Dr. Carlo A. Arcilia, Director of the Philippine Nuclear Research Institute, to introduce this morning's keynote speaker.
Earlier, I made a boo-boo. I was supposed to present the trophy to the next country, not to the winner. Apologies for that, you know. So the next country will be Malaysia that will host. I'm very happy, Malaysia. I am very pleased to introduce our guest speaker. Our guest speaker is my former student, my classmate, friend, and now my boss. So Secretary Solidum comes from Odiongan in the province of Romblon. Both of us are geologists. We graduated geology from the University of the Philippines. I was ahead by a year and a half, so I taught, and he became my student, one of my best students. And then he went to FIVOLCS and has been in government service ever since. We became classmates doing our master's studies at the University of Illinois. And then he did his PhD at the University of California at San Diego. Dr. Solidum is a true nuclear geochemist expert. So he's not new to nuclear. His PhD dissertation contained studies using radiogenic isotopes. So he knows a lot about that stuff. In fact, when we get that equipment, we'll probably consult with him on how to use it efficiently. So Dr. Solidum actually went to work for FIVOLCS when the world's largest eruption happened in 1991, Pinatubo, with then, who was our former professors, Dr. Raymundo Punongbayan. Oh, yeah, it's right here. Actually, yeah, thank you for reminding me. Pinatubo is less than 18 kilometers from here. So just to give an idea how strong the eruption was, the plume reached 40 kilometers from the surface. So that's how big it was. And that eruption was predicted. So there was evacuation. It was the success of that, of science in doing that. And then Dr. Solidum has also been working, he became Undersecretary of the DOST for Disaster Mitigation. And he was appointed the Secretary of Science and Technology in 2023. So he's a true, what we call balik scientist, coming back to the Philippines to serve this country honorably and brilliantly. Welcome, and Dr. Renato Solidum.
Excellencies, honored guests, distinguished participants, esteemed jurors, friends, and colleagues in the scientific community, a pleasant day to all. It is a great privilege to join you all here today at the first International Nuclear Science Olympiad. This gathering is a pivotal moment in our shared journey of discovery and innovation, a celebration of the boundless possibilities and profound impact of nuclear science and technology in our world. Nuclear science has always stood out at the forefront of human innovation and discovery. From unlocking the mysteries of the atom to harnessing the power for limitless uses, the implications of nuclear science and technology are profound and far-reaching. This Olympiad not only celebrates our achievements thus far, but also challenges us to push the boundaries of what is possible. As we convene here today, we all strongly acknowledge the critical importance of nurturing young minds who will lead us into the future of nuclear science. Under the auspices of the International Atomic Energy Agency, or the IAEA, the World Center for Cooperation in the Nuclear Field, the International Nuclear Science Olympiad is now bringing the spotlight on strengthening nuclear science education in the member states, of which the Philippines was one of the earliest when it entered the nuclear age in 1958. Recognizing the pivotal role of Atoms for Peace and development in achieving several of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, or SDGs, the IAEA fortifies its commitment in transforming lives through greater inclusive education. For our part, we at the Department of Science and Technology have long since acknowledged the role of nuclear and radiation applications as a contributor to national development. Consistent with the initiatives of the Republic of the Philippines President Ferdinand Marcos Jr., nuclear technology, not just in power generation, but in agriculture, industry, health, and the environment, is a key component holding up our department's 4 pillars, namely promotion of human well-being, using research and development to address health, food and nutrition, water, clean environment, clean energy, decent shelter and clothing, creation of wealth by ramping up research and development in various sectors, making sure that these are applied and commercialized for the gains of our country and our people, wealth protection as we are faced with many natural hazards and climate change impacts and big natural hazards undermine economic development. So we need to protect the wealth that we created, and more importantly, to strengthen sustainability and institutionalize this. So we need to protect and conserve our natural resources from our environment, and more importantly, sustain the gains of the scientific community. As a culmination of these values, the first International Nuclear Science Olympiad, now opening in the Philippines, makes us the first country to showcase our local nuclear science and technology experts to the global community for the development of the Olympiad's theoretical and experimental problems and solutions and supervising the competition. The Olympiad, therefore, is not just a competition, but a beacon of inspiration, fostering collaboration, creativity, and excellence among the brightest minds from across the globe. This Olympiad is more than just a test of knowledge. It is a platform for exchanging ideas, forging friendships, and inspiring the next generation of nuclear scientists and engineers. Competition aside, our future nuclear scientists and engineers, their team leaders, and the jurors here present will also be treated to several excursions. These include a visit to the Bataan Nuclear Power Plant, which could have made the Philippines the first in Southeast Asia to operate a nuclear power plant, as well as the Philippine Research Reactor 1, the country's first and only operating nuclear reactor. Beyond this, they will also have a trip to the heritage houses at Las Casas Filipinas de Acozar, as well as a socio-cultural gathering with some of our local schools and students, so that not only will they be exposed to the role of the atom in our country, but also be able to taste and see its culture and history. To the participants, I commend your dedication and intellectual curiosity. Your presence here today is a testament to your commitment to advancing nuclear science for the betterment of humanity. I encourage you to seize every opportunity during this Olympiad to learn, to grow, and to make connections that will last a lifetime. To our sponsors and benefactors, thank you for your generous support. It has been truly inspiring to witness the positive difference that your assistance has made. Your belief in our mission and your willingness to contribute have not only provided immediate help, but have also encouraged others to join our cause. To the educators here present, let us all work together to unlock our youngsters' potential in the field of nuclear science and technology. Let us show them how to think critically and creatively. Lead them to a career in nuclear science or nuclear engineering, where a world of possibilities and opportunities abound. I likewise extend my gratitude to the organizers, the officials, researchers, and staff of the Department of Science and Technology, Philippine Nuclear Research Institute, whose tireless efforts have made this Olympiad possible. You have collectively created a milestone for the country, making a mark for the Philippines to be remembered and recorded in history as the inaugural host of this Olympiad. Your commitment to fostering scientific excellence and international cooperation is truly commendable. In closing, let us remember that the quest for knowledge knows no boundaries. Regardless of where we come from, we are united in our pursuit of understanding and innovation. Together, we have the power to shape the future of nuclear science and to create a world that benefits from its tremendous potential. Thank you once again for being here, and I wish each and every one of you a rewarding and unforgettable experience at the first International Nuclear Science Olympiad. May your enthusiasm and determination light the way for a brighter tomorrow.
Thank you so much, Secretary Solidum. We would also like to thank the Department of Science and Technology under the leadership of Secretary Solidum for all the support that they have provided to successfully organize this first INSO. So two things that I got from the speech of dear Secretary. One is the quest for knowledge knows no boundaries, right? We are where we are today because of the scientists of before that has quest for knowledge in the past, and we are standing on their shoulders right now. And the second point is that create long-lasting friendships. Create long-lasting friendships, because the friendships that you gain today will be your future scientific collaborations. All right?
Right. So I think also that was an invitation for the participants and coaches, because he outlined some of the activities that will happen this week. It's an invitation for all of you to have fun in the Philippines.
And not only think about the exams, but also to foster that collaboration spirit that you will be using in the very near future when you become scientists and engineers.
All right, so organizing the first INSO was indeed a great feat for our organizers. And the DOST-PNRI would like to thank our partners who provided us with generous support and helped us to make this event possible.
And with that, we would like to welcome on stage our first partner who will give a message, our former director of the Philippine Nuclear Research Institute, Dr. Alumanda M. De La Rosa, now president of the Philippine Nuclear Science Foundation. Dr. De La Rosa.
The Honorable Secretary Renato Solidum, Excellencies, representatives of the IAEA, our valued sponsors from the national government and the private sector, students and coaches from the participating countries in the Asia-Pacific region, representatives of observer countries and organizations, members of the media, my colleagues at the PNRI, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. This is indeed an auspicious time, considering that we are holding the first International Nuclear Science Olympiad in the Asia-Pacific region, while the Summer Olympic Games 2024 are being held halfway around the world in Paris. The spirit of camaraderie, healthy competition, collaboration, unity, and peace being witnessed in the Summer Olympic Games would hopefully be the solid foundation of our first INSO, aligned or in line also with intellectual excellence. On behalf of the Philippine Nuclear Science Foundation, I congratulate the DOST-PNRI, the IAEA, and other movers for conceptualizing the INSO and making it a reality today, with the presence of our participating students and their coaches from 14 countries in the Asia-Pacific region. The benefit of this event will be felt later down the road as it gives greater awareness of nuclear science and technology to the Generation Z, who will be the doers and movers of the future. Their sphere of influence extends from their families to the rest of society. This present generation faces a string of challenges: climate change, sustainable and clean energy, sustainable environment, food security, caused in part by their elders. Nuclear technology, hand in hand with other new technologies, may provide part of the solutions to these challenges. Nuclear knowledge, guided by the right policies and governance, may be their formidable weapon to surmount and find solutions to these challenges. While the present thrust of the Philippine Nuclear Science Foundation, or the PNSF, is extending assistance to nuclear scientists, our experience in the first INSO may enable us to participate in activities for the youth and the public at large. We believe that a successful nuclear program is supported by the following pillars: informed and trained human resources, an independent regulatory infrastructure, and public support. Hosting of the first INSO by the Philippines will go a long way in cementing the existing pillars for nuclear science and technology in the Philippines. Presently, the PNRI carries most of the burden for a successful nuclear program. However, an exciting development in this endeavor is the enthusiasm and support from the private sector. This can be gleaned in its support to the first INSO, setting up nuclear facilities, sending nuclear scholars for graduate training and graduate studies and training for our nascent nuclear power program. As proven in other countries, the private sector and the government would be formidable partners in pushing through the nuclear program. Last but not least, I must cite here the role of international cooperation, more specifically the contribution of the IAEA in nurturing and developing the nuclear science and technology program in the Philippines. The IAEA has been a steadfast partner of the Philippines in developing the nuclear program. In closing, we look forward to a vibrant nuclear science and technology in the Philippines as we join our counterparts in the Asia-Pacific region in harnessing the peaceful applications of the atom. Thank you and mabuhay.
Thank you so much, Dr. De La Rosa from the Philippine Nuclear Science Foundation. So Dr. De La Rosa has been with the PNRI for almost 40 years.
That's
yes.
quite a record. All right. And thank you very much. We are so honored by your presence here today. Dr. Alum, as we want to call her.
Yes.
All right. So, we'd like to welcome next on stage our second partner, who will give us a message. Let's all put our hands together for Mr. Isaiah Taylor, CEO of Valar Atomics.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the first International Nuclear Science Olympiad. I want to thank the DOST, the PNRI, the IAEA, and the INSO Steering Committee for the chance to address all of you today, and especially to Dr. Arcilia and Dr. Sampson, wherever she is, for all of their incredibly hard work on this event. My name is Isaiah Taylor. I'm the founder and CEO of Valor Atomics. We're creating the world's first nuclear reactor, which is capable of producing both electricity and clean synthetic fuels. And we're proud to be sponsoring the very first INSO Olympiad here in Clark. Nuclear energy is very near to my heart. I grew up listening around the breakfast table to the stories of both my grandfather and grandmother's pioneering work at Oak Ridge National Laboratory in the United States. My grandfather taught me that nuclear technology is always developed by you, young people and students. He was 24 years old when he was recruited from the University of Chicago to work at Oak Ridge. And it thrills me that 24 is older than most of you here in this room. Your involvement as young people and students gives me great hope for the future of nuclear energy. It may surprise you to know that many of the greatest works in science and engineering is always done by young people and people who are just out of school. The average age of the engineers on the Apollo project that took mankind to the moon was 26. The average age of scientists on the Manhattan Project was 25. I tell you this to give you confidence that you stand in the shoes of those before you who are also young, eager to learn, and working on incredible things. I'm so excited to be here because of what all of you represent. You are all representing the best of your various countries in the field that I believe is most important to our future, and that is nuclear science. Nuclear energy is the key to prosperity and growth for the Philippines and for so many of the countries that are represented here. We have known for a long time that atomic energy is the key to abundant carbon neutral the future for electricity generation and for grid stability. But we now know that low-cost nuclear heat can be used for a staggering variety of use cases, from nuclear medicine to space exploration to the production of cheap synthetic fuels. If you continue to learn and grow your skills in nuclear science, together we can use this to build our respective nations into independent sources of energy and of industry. The nuclear industry has seen good times and bad times, but the fact that you are here, eager to learn and prove your skills, shows that nuclear is the power source of the future. Nuclear energy will fix the climate problem. It will fix the waste problem. It will power critical technologies of the future like AI data centers and advanced manufacturing. It presents an incredible opportunity to bolster and support growing populations such as the Philippines and convert poverty to prosperity for many, to reinforce and strengthen the currency through energy exports, and attract new categories of industry that will flock here for cheaper power. But we must start small and concretely, and we must start by learning. That's why Valor Atomics is proud to be building our first reactor right here in the Philippines. At Valor Atomics, we believe that students must be integrated into our critical industries from day one. That's why we are partnering with the University of the Philippines to train up the next generation of nuclear students to get experience at Valor Atomics designing, building, and operating nuclear reactors right here in the Philippines. Many of you are representing rapidly growing countries. Your respective nations are full of young people eager to learn and hungry for energy. Your economies are poised to explode with growth, but that can only be achieved if you have the energy supply to match it. This is the time to decide, and the choice is on your shoulders. We must now choose together. Will we allow ourselves to be left in the rearview mirror, or will we be the vanguard, the cutting edge of this vital technology that provides so much opportunity and promise? Will we do what it takes to make our country strong, prosperous, and independent? That is the promise of atomic energy and of Valor Atomics. So as you go out now to solve the problems placed in front of you by the scientific committee, remember that you are not simply solving problems to show your skills to your peers or to make your parents proud. You are demonstrating your ability to work on one of the most important problems to all of our futures. And it's through working on the hardest problems that the greatest strides are made. So get your pencils and your calculators ready, and I wish all of you the best of luck on this first Nuclear Science Olympiad in the Philippines. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Isaiah Taylor from Valor Atomics, and thank you for generously supporting the first ever INSO. I like the trivia on the age of those who were working. I didn't know that. I just knew that the age of the Nobel laureates, the time that they did their scientific work was like a postdoc age, like so something like 40s. Something like 40. So it's a good age, right? So you still have approximately 25 more years, or maybe you can get it shorter to win that Nobel Prize for your country.
What I know is tailors make suits for us to wear, but this kind of tailor designs and builds nuclear reactors
a nuclear
for the
facility,
peaceful application of
plant.
nuclear science and technology. So thank you very much for your message, Isaiah. All right? And I'd also like to thank all our speakers. They were so inspiring. They spoke from their heart and maybe from their gut too, you know? Because nuclear science is not something that we talk about in the breakfast table. All right? But this is the happening place. This is the venue, all right? And so thank you again to all our speakers for their amazing and inspiring messages. And I'd like to call them all back on stage so we can have one document to show that, yes, today we heard from very passionate and able speakers. Please, can we go back up on stage for a photo?
May we kindly call to the stage all our speakers. Thank you so much. The INSO aims to showcase the Philippines' expertise in nuclear science and technology, and the world also, but we would also like to use this as a chance to showcase the Philippines culture as well. With that, we would like to welcome to the stage the Sinukwan Kapampangan cultural dancers who will be giving us a taste of the Philippines culture.
mananatiling nakatayo. Ikaw ang
Did you like that number? All right. The Philippines is so varied. We have 7,641 islands. We speak 100 languages,
100,
right? So you
yeah.
can see the influences here. We're like Western, the Spanish, the indigenous.
The indigenous.
All right.
And
even the Islamic influence.
The Islamic,
And this is just to showcase to you how varied we are in the Philippines. But there's one thread that unites us. Today, that thread is called nuclear science. Do you agree? If you agree, put your hands together, please.
Put your hands together.
So, thank you very much, Sinukuan Kapampangan Cultural Dancers, for your amazing cultural presentation. And for showcasing examples of some of our folk dances in the major island groups in the Philippines, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. And aside from their cultural presentation, all our participants will have a chance to experience more of our country's culture during the various events and activities of the first INSO.
Of course, it's not only a chance for them to showcase their intellectual prowess, but we have also prepared some cultural activities for the participants and coaches for them to be able to experience the big smiles of the Filipinos. So as you see, the dancers, they all have very big smiles because that is us as a culture, as Filipinos. And I am sure that our participants and their coaches will be able to come to love the Philippines through these activities that they will be joining this week. Our team will be accompanying them throughout the week as they embark on this exceptional journey. The marshals, officials, and team members will definitely be excellent examples in showing our participants and their coaches what it means to have the heart of a Filipino.
Yes, and ladies and gentlemen, the Philippines worked very hard to ensure that this first INSO will lead to many more Olympiads of this kind in the future. May we now ask everyone to direct your attention to the LED screen for a video about the International Nuclear Science Olympiad.
Have you ever looked at the night sky and wondered about the stars? How do these distant lights form? What incredible power fuels them? The power of the stars is the power of the atom. That same power is harnessed in the field of nuclear science and technology, generating clean energy, growing more food, treating diseases, and more. Using the power of the atom to create a positive impact on the world. The International Atomic Energy Agency, together with 9 member countries, established the International Nuclear Science Olympiad, or INSO. INSO is an annual competition aiming to increase awareness about the peaceful applications of nuclear science and technology through a battle of wits among junior high school students. And this year is extra special, as students from the Asia Pacific gather in the Philippines to compete in the first International Nuclear Science Olympiad. The Philippines' dedication to science, culture, and collaboration is woven into the first INSO logo. The sampaguita design, inspired by the Philippine national flower, reflects the country's cultural heritage and its aspirations for a hopeful future. 3 figures with outstretched arms symbolize collaboration in achieving INSO's goals, promoting nuclear science, inspiring careers, and fostering friendships. At the center of the logo lies the pearl, an ode to the Philippines, the pearl of the Orient Seas. Through theoretical and practical challenges, the INSO will push contenders to think critically, work collaboratively, and explore the exciting possibilities of nuclear science. The rewards are incredible. A chance to learn, build lifelong friendships, and contribute to something groundbreaking. Are you ready to unlock your potential and discover what is in store for you in nuclear science? Welcome to the first International Nuclear Science Olympiad. Challenge your mind, change the world, choose nuclear.
Video, the International Nuclear Science Olympiad has its own logo that will be used in all the Olympiads henceforth. The creation of the INSO logo was done through a contest open to secondary school students across the Asia and Pacific region last year.
The winning logo consists of a circular atom as a material representation of nuclear that surrounds the Earth, which symbolizes the Olympics held in various countries. Ladies and gentlemen, may we take this opportunity to introduce the artist that designed the INSO logo, Raihana Azwa from Indonesia. May we call Ms. Aswa as well as officials from the International Atomic Energy Agency on stage for the awarding of the certificate to the INSO logo winner. Thank you very much. And congratulations to Ms. Raihana Azwa from Indonesia.
You know what? At this point, I really wish we had boats in this room.
Boats, yeah.
Why boats? Because in Paris,
they
introduced the delegations and they were riding boats.
Yeah.
But we are not in a river.
We're not in a
we
river.
We are in a hotel or ballroom. All right. So, still, we would like to call on all the participants from the various countries represented here. There are 14 countries today to march upstage and be recognized. All right. So it's time to introduce the talented teams who are representing 14 countries, participating and competing and enjoying the first ever International Nuclear Science Olympiad. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for our delegation from Bahrain.
Delegation from Iran.
Thank you, Iran. Let's welcome our delegation from the Kingdom of Jordan.
Delegates from the Kingdom of Jordan. Now we move to our delegation from Malaysia.
Thank you very much, Malaysia. Let's welcome our participants from Mongolia.
Participants from Mongolia. Now we welcome our participants from Oman. All-woman delegation from Oman. Thank you very much. Next, we would like to welcome our team from Pakistan. our delegates from Pakistan. Now we'd like to welcome our very own Team Philippines.
Thank you, Philippines. It's time to welcome the delegation from Qatar.
Delegates from Qatar. Now we welcome our delegates from Saudi Arabia. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Next, we'd like to welcome our team delegation from Singapore.
Very much for our delegation from Singapore. Next, we welcome our delegates from Sri Lanka.
Thank you very much, Sri Lanka. We welcome our neighbors from Thailand.
Thank you very much, Team Thailand. And our last delegation, but definitely not the least, our delegates from the United Arab Emirates.
there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Teams from 14 different countries. They wear different costumes. They wear different
flags with their different flags,
different
of course.
flags, of course.
Their different
But
flags.
there's one common theme that runs through all of them. They want to compete, but they also want to enjoy in this very first International Nuclear Science Olympiad. All right? Now, as we embark on this journey, let us not forget the work, the important role played by members. Number one, of the international jury. Number two, of the INSO or INSO Scientific Committee. And number three, the team leaders themselves. We will now witness the oath-taking ceremony for the International Board, symbolizing their commitment and dedication to the highest standards of fairness, integrity, and excellence throughout the competition.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I kindly ask to come on stage the Team Philippines team leaders, Ms. Christine Marie Dean and Mr. Jeffrey Tare, to lead the oath. May I ask the members of the international jury and the scientific committee to please rise and proceed to the front of the stage. So again, that's the members of the international jury and the scientific committee to please rise and proceed to the front of the stage. For the team leaders, please rise and stay in your seats for the oath.
I, please state your name.
I, Christine Marie Dean.
As a member of the International Board.
As a member of the International Board.
Of the first International Nuclear Science Olympiad.
Of the first International Nuclear Science Olympiad.
Hereby solemnly swear.
Hereby solemnly swear.
To uphold the principles of fairness.
To uphold the principles of fairness.
Integrity.
Integrity.
And impartiality.
And impartiality.
In the performance of my duties and responsibilities.
In the performance of my duties and responsibilities.
I affirm my commitment.
I affirm my commitment.
To the success and integrity.
To the success and integrity.
Of this Olympiad.
Of this Olympiad.
So thank you very much to the members of the International Board, as well as the INSO Scientific Committee and all the team leaders. Ladies and gentlemen, we also have the privilege of witnessing the student oath, where the students who are participating in the first ever International Nuclear Science Olympiad will pledge their commitment to fair competition, respect, and the pursuit of scientific knowledge.
So we request the students from the Philippine team to come on stage and lead the oath-taking. May I also request all the participants to please stand where you are and administer your oath.
Read.
May we ask everyone to please repeat. I state your name. A contestant of the first International Nuclear Science Olympiad.
A contestant of the first International Nuclear Science Olympiad.
Solemnly swear that I will answer.
Solemnly swear that I will answer.
The theoretical and experimental questions.
The theoretical and experimental questions.
In the most responsible way.
In the most responsible way.
And I will compete honestly.
And I will compete honestly.
According to the principles of fairness and integrity.
According to the principles of fairness and integrity.
Thank you very much.
So now we have heard the oath.
Yes, we have done the oath for both the team leaders plus the students.
So we look forward to really just enjoying this event. More than a competition, it is really a showcase of what we can do together as 14 nations to improve the lot of our peoples through nuclear science and technology. All right. So, before we conclude the opening ceremonies of the first International Nuclear Science Olympiad, we would like to express our deepest gratitude and appreciation to everyone who made this event possible.
We would also like to acknowledge the support from our sponsors, co-organizers, volunteers, the dedicated members of the various groups under the scientific and local organizing committees, the international jury for their relentless efforts and commitment to excellence.
And now, we officially announce the start of the first International Nuclear Science Olympiad in New Clark City, Philippines. We wish you all the best for this week's activities, and to our participants, good luck to all of you, and let us congratulate the winners after this event. Thank you very much, and good morning. Mabuhay kayong lahat.
Maraming salamat po.
Thank you very much, Ms. Bal.
Thank you, Director Burgos.
Thank you all, and good morning to you.
Thank you all.